All right, the time is now 6:13. We're going to take another look at Nicholas. That's pretty much the elephant in the room over these next few days because there is areas of a tropical storm warning mainly along the Texas coast and just off to the north of there. Not just Corpus Christi, not just Brownsville, not just the Galveston area, but places like Victoria, getting a little further inland. Those areas are under that tropical storm warning, and the tropical storm watch due to the threat of tropical storm winds extending all the way to the I-10 corridor. Now, it's only a tropical storm watch right now because we're not sure if those tropical storm force winds are going to hold together once it reaches that I-10 corridor, but it is definitely possible, especially if this storm strengthens, and it could possibly very well strengthen to a very low end Category 1 hurricane by the time it reaches the Texas coast. And as a result of that, some of those areas are under a hurricane watch in addition to the tropical storm warning. So definitely something we're going to be paying attention to in terms of that. Now, the forward speed of this hurricane, the forecasts have picked it up some, and that's somewhat good news because that can limit some of those rainfall totals depending on the speed of the system. But by and large, this is going to be very similar to Harvey in 2017, although the intensity is not quite there. But remember, intensity does not equal impact. Perfect lesson for those in the Houston area, those who have interest there, is Allison back in 2001. It was only a tropical storm, but its name ended up being retired because of all of the heavy rain that took place in that particular area. Speaking of, some areas in and around Houston could get up to a foot of rain, as well as portions of the piney woods of East Texas. Places like Nacogdoches, according to this model data, could get up to a foot of rain. Even portions of Louisiana. Remember, Louisiana is still reeling from Hurricane Ida. However, as we go back into central Texas, not nearly as much. Honestly, thank goodness, we're only going to be expecting a few outer banding from Hurricane Ida to make it into portions of central Texas. And speaking of, some of that will result in a 40% rain chance for areas in our southeastern zones, including the Brazos Valley. 30% rain chances mainly along and east of that I-35 corridor, because mainly some of that outer banding activity as a result of Nicholas. But other than that, I don't think we're going to be seeing those heavy rains, so just the minor amount of rain for you guys who are farming interests and have those farming interests like crop planting and harvesting, and we're heading toward that time of year. But for today, highs in those lower to mid to upper 80s. Those 70s are pretty much as a result of a rain band, according to that model data, moving through that region. Pretty much upper 60s, lower 70s for tonight's few scattered showers still. I'm going to give it a 20% chance, 20 to 30% chance, especially in our eastern zones. And as a result of that, I'm going to give that a 6 on the Jordan meter. And this pattern does linger through Thursday before high pressure comes in for the weekend, bringing in mostly sunny skies and upper 90s.